welcome back to episode 3 of our new Let's Play series, Factorio Train World. My name is Nidas, and this is it. This is where we are. So we have our little jumpstart base running. It's operational, it works, it's good, it's great, it's awesome. And from here on we need more stuff. So I think I actually want electrical circuits rolling, because we need those to build our illustrious, I think it's illustrious, our magnanimous city blocks. That is what we're going to do. So let's have a look. We are the way we're going to do this is I'm going to go to my blueprint library again. I'm going to go into my welcome to Factorio. That one really had some good blueprints. I'm going to steal 2 blueprints. Apparently not. That disappeared as I did that. City block. So put it in here. Take another one. The one that's called measuring stick. Yeah. City blocks goes in here. Measuring stick, not so much. Now let's start with this one. The measuring stick has a distinct purpose. It has 2 purposes. First of all, it is important so that if I want to measure things in terms of the maximum length of the large power poles, then I can do this. The other benefit of it is that you can place, let's actually do this. You can place power poles anywhere you like, right? So they could be here, they could be here. But train tracks, however, can only be placed, they jump in terms of 4. So if I put my power poles like this, then suddenly they are blocking 4 tracks. And once you place things, they can't be moved. So it's really important that when you place the first city blocks, you absolutely must place it like this. Otherwise, you're just going to be very sad, because you won't be able to align things towards the middle of the city block when you build it like this. So this is the difference. These can be placed anywhere, but you need to place it so that you can build tracks right around it. You're not going to build tracks right around it, but you're going to need it. So that's the reason why I have this one, which is a measuring stick, but it includes a little train track, so that I cannot see it has to. When I have this one on, it jumps here, and it jumps 2 down, 2 over, instead of jumping 1 over, 1 down if I didn't have the blueprint. Let's see if I remove this, and now it moves more freely. I can move it in by 1 tile at a time, but as soon as I have this one included, it moves by 2 tiles. I think that hopefully that explained it well enough. It's a, I don't know if I would even call it a rookie mistake, but it's unfortunate. So what I'm going to do is I want to see how my city block is just. First thing I want is disable that, and then we go yeah, that could be something like this, or it could be something like this, or it could be something like this. Either way, I'm screwed, right? But these are so small, they'll run out fast enough. So I don't really care about it right now. I mostly care about sort of, if I look in a bigger picture, what do I want to put inside a block? I think I don't want to move this, so it would be nice to have a block sort of around here. Oh! These are actually not correct, these blocks. Ooh, that would be good. That's good that I didn't do this. This one has to be redone. Okay, that's great. So we have to actually not use this one. Let's see if I have another one. The reason why I built the path too wide in that one, and that causes all sorts of awfulness. Here, I might have a city block as well. City block? I will take this one instead. It also has rope. Yeah, okay, this is better. This also has the advantage of not putting this everywhere. Yeah, this is better. Ish. Better-ish. This is my true city block. It has radars in every corner as well, which is maybe not necessary, but kind of is. We'll put this one in here and take the other one out. Yoink. This is too big. Good. And now I need to figure out where I want it. I honestly think this might be a good idea just to force things to be around here. Could also be something like this. And then if I click this, then I will do exactly the mistake that I did before by not using the measuring stick. Then we test it. See, it's not correct. It has to be moved over by one tile. Yeah, then I undo, move it by one tile, place it, test my wet measuring stick, and now it's aligned. Good. So this is a potential location where I can build this. Now, obviously, I'm not going to build roboports at this point because that's kind of too early, but it does give us a bit of indication of where things are going to be. Let's try and see if we can do anything. Okay, we did get the big power poles. Boom. That's going to be... And this is where all of our steel will now go to. And probably all of our lights as well. Is that one out? Yeah, that's out. Too bad. And that one goes in here. This one is slowly working now. This is just the objective of this one is just to keep building. I think that's one of them is wrong. Yep, that's the one. So if you use the blueprint, make sure you limit that one, because that's going to be a little oopsie. This one got 50, got all of it. I'm just keeping up as much as I can here. And that one, I'll take all of this, and I'll take all of this as well, just to keep going. Is it worth scaling this one up? Not really. I think everything here is fine. Okay, I'm gonna enable this again, and then we should see my robots flying out and start building these locations. See, the thing is, I have put red and green wire on all of these. It is not mandatory in any way, but it does give us a bit of an advantage. I mean, at this point, we will gladly build on top of our blueprints here, on top of our city blocks. But I need the framework of the city block to be in place so that I know what I'm aiming for later on. Because it's impossible to, when you lay down the city blocks, it's impossible to make sure that it doesn't collide with things. So I have this priority that you're not allowed to build anything on the path. The only exception, and there's always an exception, isn't there? The exception is that you want to mine out all mining locations. So those need to be, or those are allowed to build on top, because you need to get rid of it. I mean, so this one, obviously, I'm going to need to get all of my copper out of here. But as you can see, that's going to be one. Now I can start sort of figuring out what is it actually I want to do. From here, I think, so we're going to build a massive base at some point, and I need to already now start thinking about what it's going to look like. This one will be a very repetitive pattern all over the future base. This is also so when everyone or anyone is asking a question, how do you get started on these things? Right? How do you know when and why and where to place your city blocks? Well, this is it, right? I built it early because the earlier you build it, the easier it is to sort of work around it and sort of get everything else aligned to it. For example, now this one is not aligned. It kind of sucks that it's not aligned if you look, but it's actually okay, right? Because it is still contained pretty much within a city block. And I don't really care so much about 100% accuracy in the beginning, because all of what we build is temporary. I mean, life is temporary, isn't it? There. Get more steel? Yep, get more steel here. And oh, it's copper. It's copper we're actually missing. Interesting. So I'm going to use too much of my steel for this, where I actually should be using it here. So let's just get those done first, because they need to be upgraded. We can use the upgrade planner to do that. And that will be like this and like this. That one I think is less important. Iron is the most important part. And when these get updated, they will consume more than one full belt of blue. So what I can do is I can just do this and go, how many are there? There are 18 in total. We'll just go to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There. It just shunts it more in later on as it gets drained with these are being updated. Very simple way of having something like this and then scaling it up to move faster down the line here. Okay, and we can now continue with the rest of our steel production. I'm wondering if, yeah, could this work? Would this be possible? I don't know, maybe. And we can start working on this one. And an awful lot of lights. Awful lot. We still need the small lights, the small ones here and there. Okay, next up, we are going to expand this further north. And then we have this issue here. This is still 1 million. That's actually kind of a lot. That's going to be difficult to get rid of. But let's give it a shot. Boom. You know what? These blueprints, this one in the middle. Don't think I need that. Something here, something there. So this is now inside this area. That's not good. Oh, I did not manage to remove it. So the first thing that's the most important thing that we need to scale up is actually setting up a smelting column for iron, copper, and I might want to have a train line here and then build copper smelting here and iron smelting here. That would sort of be that. Let's do that. As you can also see, we are not getting enough of these, and that one goes here. Take that out, and oops, that one goes lab research. I'm going to build this one. Let me just see. Is it? Now there'll still be a lot of other crap here. How about this one, right? Can I do this? And then take these out. That might be sort of our simpler blueprint because we don't really want. We'll call this a city block for us now. It has also lights, but it does not have any pathing. This one we can take out. Yeah, this is complete. We don't need this. Also with the red and green wire. Red and green wire is not important right now, but it absolutely will be. And check again, just to make sure you didn't mess it up. All right, cool. All of this actually has to be removed, but that's going to be sort of down the line. And this one. So now it looks like we have a ton of this. We are going to build the first sacred path. And already like that, we are in trouble, right? And this is where, yep, I'm gonna have to build on top of it. And I don't mind this, because it's temporary. But I need my sort of outline done here. And this is now, I of course regret the fact that I have to do this. But, so that's just the way it is. All the things can be moved, but I don't want to spend time on it with you here. Going to do. And that one. Maybe maybe I could just do something like this for now. Why not? Just keeping that one going. And moving up. And we need more steel. So steel is also important. And my poor robots, they're going to get way overworked. There. And I'm still going to run away from them. That's just how I am towards robots. Not a nice robot keeper. Got here without steel. Looks like we don't really need more iron, but we could need more steel for sure. So let's do this one. And then I can't do... no. There you go, and that one's slowed down. How's this one? I think everything here is working really well. Lap speed is increasing. This one's increasing. And that one's dead. There. This one's gonna be taken out soon anyway. More steel. Keep going on the steel. And that was lab research. What else we want? Do we want military too? I don't think so. We'll take some of these just because we probably want to kill biters at some point. And that's always nice to have. We could also actually move away over to our car there. Or trains. Yeah. We're gonna get trains, but I don't think we want to get trains like super early because it's probably gonna make things slower for us rather than faster for us. So what we want to make is continue working on our city blocks here, and that means yeah. And I take all of this out. That one as well. Okay, next city block to be placed. So there's going to be a lot of logistics in this. Oh, look at that. Look at that timing. I don't know if this is good or bad, but it's something, right? It's something. And all of this is something that is... This is where you see me doing my long-term planning. All of what I do now is not at all necessary to get a good start. This is also why I'm such a bad speedrunner, because I like building things neat and long-term so that we are ready for the end game and don't have to rebuild things. And it's going to be a giant base up here. Ooh, look at that. We're finding some iron here. Is that good or bad? I don't know. So what I want to do is actually build out here. That one is actually the most important one. This one, because this is where we're going to start building our iron production. Because iron and copper... Now what I think I will do is I'll make this one into copper and I'll make this one into iron. I might actually take it... No, I need to take it from this one. This is the worst one yet. This one's kind of on a path, but not really. But this one is very much smack in the middle. So this one has to go first. And obviously we need to take this out because otherwise we can't drive with our beautiful car, and we are the most awesome driver. So we are the most awesome driver there. What would I do without this, without the robots? I know they're slow, but they're still like doing a massive amount of work in terms of clearing compared to what I could do myself. So that's important. It's important, very important. And I can't really get it faster than this. What we can do is we can start planning out what our smelting columns are going to look like. Why do I have one of these in my inventory? That's not great, is it? That kind of implies that one of these isn't there. One of these is kind of ghostly. Nope. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, that's bad. That one is ghostly, which means there is no water in the top rows. Ah. Right, that's awful. Okay, let's go fix that one. That's pretty bad. And when fixing, we might as well just extend this one out just a bit. And these ones no longer needed. Don't need any of these anymore. They don't serve a purpose. Maybe that one does. And maybe the other one does as well. There. And can I then build more of these? No, I can't even build more of those. I just need that one. Boom. Suddenly all of our power is working. Nice. Alright, now we're no longer in dire needs in terms of power. Let's also just make that one, and that means we can do 1, 2, 3 more. Can and should. We have a few of these running around there. And do we have more? Yep. Do we have more steel down here? Yeah, we do. But we don't have enough coal for it. Let's do a little coal supply run here. See, this one also has a bit of an issue. Running out. Oh, copper. Copper is easy. Right? And let's also upgrade this copper line. So I guess that's the first one we need to make. And it's 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Second network is now building this one. It's not full though. And let's go over here to get the robots out there to start cleaning that one out. And we need more. Well, that means we can do this one. We can do another one. Like this. And then obviously... Here. Do I have enough of these? Nope. I don't have enough of these. But you know what? I know where exactly I can get it from. And they should be stacking up right now. How many are missing? 1, 2, 3. And then 3 of them are coming out. So I still need 2 more. 1, 2. There we go. Then the rest can be... Oh, never mind. Here. 34. 6. And anywhere else I'm missing stuff? Not really, like, seriously. That one though, I'll take those because, you know, they need to be. Now it's now engines being done. Great. Here. Now this one should be placeable. So here I'm gonna get iron smelting columns. Here I'm gonna make copper smelting columns. They're gonna go up here into something else, and this is where we start wondering if we how big we're gonna make, because I don't want to make a bus space, even though it's kind of hard not to. I could make this one and let it go into a train. That's one into a train, and then I kind of have to figure out where the next one's gonna be. I do worry that I'm going to build things too big too early. Basically make it unsustainable by trying to force the structure I want at the end game too early in this the life cycle of this base. And that probably did make no sense. Anyway, so if I'm trying to, I want a base where each city block is producing one thing, and I am delivering things with trains from one to the other. Then it's kind of early to do it when you want to build the first green circuits, that you have to build an entire base and trains and all that stuff just to get the first green circuits built. Because then it's going to be very, very far until we get like some more basic things. So I think I'll be I'm going to bite the bullet in that regard and just say, you know, I'm going to build the copper here, and I'm going to build iron here, I'm going to build a train here, and train here. Then I'm going to build in this one just a little location that builds everything. I think that's probably the right way. That's 10 million. Nice. Yeah. Keep going for this. This one's now turning out to be not enough. These are working all the time, right? Yeah, they're not running out. They're not running empty. Let's go over here to the smelting column for iron. Oops. We can probably put in where it's supposed to be. There. This is the most important part to get rid of, but yeah, those damn robots, right? Those damn robots are so overworked. But imagine me just running around smashing myself. I could make some grenades, I suppose. Right? After logistics 2, we probably can get that. We could clear this with grenades when we get that. But it's a lot of materials we use to build grenades, and they're built really slowly. So, okay, so I think we do have, if I am careful, if I look in my Welcome to Factorio build, I'm pretty sure we have a nice smelting column built here. Yeah, that's the one. Basic smelting. Yes, that sounds exactly like we want. We don't have a full city block worth of it, but that's one of the things we built. So I'm going to take the basic smelting and put it into our new one. So as you can see, I am recycling a lot. This is a reduce, reuse, recycle. And first we are reusing. We're not actually recycling. We are reusing this. And I need to figure out exactly how this is going to be, because if I have the I kind of need the one with roboports in it as well. City block. That's not it. That's a solar city block. That one. Yeah. So what if I have this one? What does that imply when it comes to this? That means on this side I can only have one. Obviously. But what about between them? This is just testing. Just testing. Then I can't build it here. One. That's 3, 4. I can only build 4 in here no matter how I twist and turn it, and that means I cannot build 2 on the outside. So all of that is hereby concluded that I can't put a roboport in the middle of this if I want to make 6 lanes. So let's say, okay, so from here, 1, 2, I think that's gonna be fine. 1, 2, like that. 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. Well, that's obviously not correct. So let's take all of this and just shift it all the way in. Like that. And then go. How big is this then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so this one is exactly where we need to be. Yep. I'm obviously not going to build all of it. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't start building this. What I need to figure out is also the positioning, because this one is not the right position. I'm taking it out. I'm also taking it out on this side. Here. You can start cleaning up, although. But what I do want is now all of this, I have to figure out how far north versus south it has to be. Basically, I need to be able to have a balancer coming in. So I need from this location. This is getting really dicey, and I want to just get this done. So we're going to have... Let's clear at least the middle part here, so we have some working space. There. I want some working space here, so we can have a feeling of what it's like. Okay. Ooh, I'm going to have things coming in from down here. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and that means these two are going to be the middle. That's the middle. 1, 2, 3. Obviously not. So this one is the middle. At this point, I'm going to get, and now I do another blueprint. This is going to be Bilka's belt balancers. Big ones. Take that one. This is also a blueprint. You can just Google Bilka's belt balancers. And it's better than taking my version, because if Bilka updates them, you want to get the updated versions there. And these are essential for any serious Factorian. I'm going to build it here, no closer, because when I get blue belts, they will need to jump. They'll jump 2 longer on either side. That means this is the part where I need to be able to go. That one can go out, that one can go out, that one can go out, that one can go out. Look at the extent that we're planning at this point. And now I can take my big blueprint here and go, okay, so how close can I make it? I mean, this is the absolute closest, so let's make it here. Like that. Yes? And then I'll take out everything except the first one, because obviously I don't want to make all of these. There. So that means I can now make the first one, and I can know full well that it will be inserted in the right position. And it will be scalable with what we do. Yeah, so that, you can say that took a while to get it right, but on the other hand, now we also have something that's blueprintable that we can make for everything. And now I don't actually mind this one being actually placed. That's an awful lot of things in my inventory. Great. And those poor robots, Cool. Well, that was a whole lot of planning to do, and this is what welcome to my way of playing Factorio. There's a lot of planning in order to make sure that what we build in the future will be nice and neat. What the hell is this blueprint? This has a... Why have you not yelled at me? That one should be out. Does that mean I've been placing... Yep. And there's probably still one here as well. Huh. There's still some of these here and there. Oh well, we found it. Okay, so that's going to be it for now. I hope that you are enjoying this and can keep up with the planning. This is very much different from the previous one where it just built fast and reckless. This time I'm building slowly and meticulous. That means the base will progress slower, but it will also not need to be redone, and it will hopefully continue scale, let's say, gracefully into the mid to late game. So with that, thank you very much for joining. Hope you're enjoying it. Hit a comment or anything below, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Until then, stay effective.